Hello and welcome to my F1 24 driver career mode. Here today for part 55 for the Monaco Grand Prix as we come into qualifying now, head off the Grand Prix. And our first run, we're going to get closer and closer to the line and cross it, and that's going to put us P3. Our next run on the same set of tyres, we've found quite a bit of time. Only a couple of hundredths though. We've gone purple in the middle sector, we come up to the line and we go up to P2. Fernando Alonso currently on provisional pole, and now our final run of qualifying. We come into Anthony Nines, the final corner, we come up to the line, we've found 6.5 tenths, and we come up to the line for P2. So this is the grid then for the Monaco Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz keeps up his run of front row starts, he's on pole, we are P2. Fernando Alonso's P3 and Max Verstappen P4, then it's Leclerc and Lando Norris, Albon and Ricciardo, Piastri and Hamilton round out the top 10, and then it's Gasly and George Russell, our teammate, then it's the two RBs, then it's Perez and Nico Hulkenberg, Ocon and Frederick Vesti, and on the final row of the grid is both the Saubers headed by Oliver Behrman. So as the cars come back to the grid then after the formation lap, can we win this Grand Prix? We came close last season, battling Leclerc. One more lap we maybe could have won last season. Can we do it this season? As everyone lines up on the grid, it's going to be a one-stop race, starting on the mediums, going to the hards later on. But let's go racing then in Monaco as the 5 red lights come on. They're out and we're racing in the Principality. We've got a lot of wheel spin off the line and we've been beaten into turn 1 by Fernando Alonso. We're coming under pressure from Leclerc as well, but we keep it pinned and keep him behind round the outside at turn 1 as now we head up the hill towards the casino. We need to find a way back past Alonso here as we go round Portier and into the tunnel, as now we get hopefully closer and closer to Alonso. I'm having flashbacks to last season when we got stuck behind him, but we're going to go for the lunge. We're a little bit too far back, but we're going to have him at the inside, but Alonso's made contact. He's hit the barrier, he's out of the race, he's spun us round, he's made contact with us. Now we're dropping like a stone as we try and get the car turned back in the right direction. We've clipped the barrier as well. It's a dramatic start to this Monaco Grand Prix. Alonso's out. We're all the way down to P11. So this is a replay then of Alonso's incident as he just kind of drives into the barrier and then clips us. I think that's kind of the most experienced driver's made a bit of a rookie error there. We've left him space with miles, we're not even alongside him at that point, and then he's clipped us round, spun us round, and our race, if we do want to win this Monaco Grand Prix, has just been absolutely shot down. P2 all the way down to P11. This is Sainz's point of view then, you can see us going through. We managed to get up the outside and then there's Alonso clipping the barrier. The safety car though is out as the debris is cleared up. Leclerc is up to P2. Looking to win the Monaco Grand Prix once again after last season, just holding us off. Sainz in prime position, he's kept the lead and watched his nearest competitors wipe each other out really. As at the end of lap 3, Alonso's car has been cleared away and so is all the debris on the track, and we're ready to go racing then. Once again in Monaco, we're going to have to get the job done very quickly on Sonoda. Maybe top 5 is the best bet. Obviously Monaco extremely hard to overtake round unless you're prepared to take the risk. So we're going to have to take some risks to get us any sort of good position today from P11. But we're racing again to the inside. We try and get Yuki Tsunoda, but we're too far back behind the RB. But into Mirabeau, we're going for it and it's job done on the RB. We're up back into the points. Up next is the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton. That's going to be a bit of a harder move, but we're flying in these early couple of laps and we get the Ferrari down the inside at Sandevot, and now we're getting closer and closer to the back of that Alpine of Gasly, and we do copy and paste the move that we did to Lewis Hamilton. We're flying now, we're all over the back of the McLaren of Oscar Piastri, and we're going for a daring move down the inside at the Loans hairpin. Can we keep it pinned round the outside of Portier? Yes we can. We're up into P7. We're past the McLaren And up next is the Williams of Daniel Ricciardo. Both Williams. Can we get alongside Ricciardo? We've done our classic Monaco move, round the outside at the back. You can overtake around here if you're prepared to take the risk, and that's exactly what we're doing. But we kind of got a bit stuck then behind Albon, a little DRS train, so we're trying to do the strategy from last season, but it's slow on the rear left. That's going to hurt us. We can't be doing bad pit stops, not round here. That may cost us. We tried to do the strategy of last season when we were tucked up behind Max and George Russell, and we managed to undercut both of them that day, which gave us a shot at the win. But that's not going to happen this time with that poor stop. This is Max, Lando and Albon, all three of them that were in front of us, coming into the pits now. And now where are we going to come out? This is Albon then. Good stop for him. He's going to come out behind Max and Lando. As we come into the final corner, it's going to be tight as we come flying down the pit straight, and they've all beaten us out. We haven't gained anything. We maybe could have, if it weren't for that poor stop, we may have gained a couple. So we're going to have to get creative now. The undercut hasn't worked. We're all over the back of Albon and Perez. But now we're going to go for it. Down the inside of Albon. Job done. Now can we get the extra traction to get past Perez as well? Yes, we can. Perez is still yet to pit, and we're past the Red Bull, and now we can get down the road after the McLaren of Lando, as this is Leclerc coming out of the pits, and he's been jumped by Verstappen. Max has done him as we're going to go to the inside of Lando, and it's job done. Next up is the Haas. We're going to have to get this job done incredibly quickly on Vesti. This is Behrman pitting though, and I don't know what's happening here. The pit crew's not looking at him, and he's sat there as we go to the inside of Vesti. We get the job done. We're up into P4. We're absolutely flying. A podium is on the cards. We've got the top 5, but now we're all over the back of Charles Leclerc. We have harsh memories of last season. It's a move that's going to be a season in the making. Round the outside of Sandivot, we get the job done on Charles Leclerc. We failed last year. We finally get the job done this year, as Oliver Behrman is still sat in his pit box. He's driven over a mechanic there, and now they're still sat there staring at him. Does he have some kind of penalty here? I don't know what is going on, and they've given him the green light, and he hasn't even boxed for tyres. Interesting strategy there at Sauber. As now we've caught the back of Max. We're going to go to the inside. Max is going to try and keep it pinned, but he can't. And we're getting round the outside. And now it is just like 12 months ago. We're hunting down Carlos Sainz. Once again, the car in the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Last year it was the current Ferrari driver. This year it's a former Ferrari driver. We are catching that Aston Martin, as this is Ocon in the Alpine. It's more reliability as he pulls over to retire from the Grand Prix. And by lap 35 we've caught the back of Carlos Sainz as we look for a move down the inside at the chicane. We try and get the extra traction coming out, but we're too far back. Are we going to be denied 2 years running as we try again? We're too far back. We're running out of laps. It's just like it was last season. We're too far back to back once again. But now we've managed to stick with him. Can we have a go into turn 1? We're halfway alongside, but we can't get the traction. Lap 38 now. We're too far back. We've made contact. We've tapped the back of him. We try and get the traction out of the back once again, but we can't get the job done. So going on to the final lap. Flashbacks of last season. We failed last season. Can we get the job done this year? As it's racing to the line. One lap to decide the winner of the Monaco Grand Prix as we head up the hill towards the casino. Can we get the job done this year? We've realistically got a couple more chances, and one of them is here into Mirabeau, but we're too far back to have a job to get a move here. Can we get him at the inside at the hairpin? We're too far back. We've realistically now got one chance into the line, into the chicane. We keep trying and trying there, but it hasn't worked. We've got one more opportunity. We're right on the back of Sainz as we go flying through the tunnel. We're getting closer and closer. We're going for it down the inside, and we're ahead of Sainz. We've made contact, and the move we couldn't make 12 months ago, we've made this season. We lead the Monaco Grand Prix. We take the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix on the final lap. We came so close last season. Sainz couldn't do what Leclerc did and keep us behind, but we round the final corner. We're going to win a dramatic Monaco Grand Prix and win in Monaco for a second time.
That's it then for another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through to take a stunning victory.
The race victory and fastest lap as well today really shows the level of dominance that this driver had over the opposition. Dominance from the start to finish, and it's for the rest of the competition to try and catch them now.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everyone played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
We've done it then. We've won in Monaco. We failed last season to get Leclerc on the final lap, but we get Sainz this season. Possibly one of our greatest drives after what happened at the start to win the race on the final lap. Our first win here in Monaco since season 1, which was our first win in Formula 1 in this career mode. So Carlos Sainz was P2, Max comes home for P3, Leclerc P4, and Lando rounds out the top 5. Then down at the back there was 3 retirements in the end, one being Fernando Alonso of course on the opening lap, and then Oliver Behrman because he was lapped that many times with that dodgy pit stop for some reason, bit of a glitch there, and then late on Ocon also retired as well. So Joe was the final finisher of the day. In terms of the Drivers' World Championship now, we are up into P2. We've jumped quite a few cars. We're level on points with Fernando Alonso, but we are 27 points behind, and then Max is behind Alonso in P4, and Lando rounds out the top 5. And then down at the back there's a lot of drivers still yet to score after the opening couple of races, but it is Frederick Vesti who is bottom. And then in terms of the constructors, the gap has come down slightly to Aston Martin with that win. 68 points is the gap they have over us in the lead, and then it's McLaren, Red Bull and Williams round out the top 5, and then RB, Haas and Sauber are all still yet to score. So that's been then your Monaco Grand Prix. We go to Canada next. Goodbye.